Hello Internet, this is Alex does Sudokus, and haven't been watching the Cracking the Cryptic videos recently, but I saw this puzzle that looks interesting. I quite like thermal Sudokus, and I thought I'd give this one a go. But I did have to watch their video just to understand what the hell the rules are. So, I should probably have started with the rules, but basically, you've got on every single row. So first of all, we've got normal Sudoku rules, and then we've got thermometer rules where the numbers go up from the bulb. So smallest number going in incremental order towards the end of the bulb. But finally, the last clue is that it's not a sandwich Sudoku as much. Not that I'm any good at sandwich Sudokus anyway, but the way it works is this 16, basically every single row has the starting point of a thermometer, and these numbers correspond to them, and essentially they tell you the sum of that particular thermometer, excluding the start and the end, so the bulb and the end. So for example, this 16 basically says these 3 cells equals 16, and this 9 basically references this thermometer, meaning these 2 cells equate to 9. And from there, we should be able to solve this puzzle. So I just thought, why don't I give this one a try and see how far I can get. So to start with, the first thing I'm going to do is probably put a 1. 1 has to be in one of these 2 cells on this column because there are no other numbers possible for the rest of the row. Because basically it has to start with a 1 somewhere, so 1 cannot exist besides on a bulb. Okay, so that's probably going to be completely pointless. It's probably not going to help me at all. Can I do something similar with the end? Yes, because that means there has to be an end, because a 9 cannot exist besides at the end of a bulb. Okay, so that may be useful. So that's a 9. That means this can't be a 9. So if you look at this row, none of those can be 9s because they're not the end of the thermometer. So I've got a pair of 9s over there, which isn't super useful right now. Here I've got 3 possible positions for the 9. What about in this column? Okay, I do have multiple positions. That could be a 9, so maybe 9s. Maybe I can't do that much more. Okay, so let's think. These 2s can be 8s because that number could be a 9, and that would force there's no way an 8 can go besides the second into the second last either the end or the second last number of a thermometer. So does that logic help me with anything at all? No. Okay, so I'm curious about this one because let's see. So that's the start and that's the end. So these 4 cells have to add up to 22. So maybe I should get a calculator out. What I'm going to do is open up LibreOffice, and because I'm not used to doing killer Sudokus, or sandwich Sudokus, so my math isn't particularly good. So I need to have some utilities to help me. So sum of column A. So let's see. It can't be a 1, and it can't be a 9. So what is 8? Oh, didn't mean to do that. 8, 7 and 6 add up to 20. Oh, that's interesting. Oh no, only 4 numbers. Okay, so 5, 6, 7 and 8 adds up to 26. So I'm 4 over. So can it... Yeah, I can exclude an 8 as well. 4, 5, 6, 7 adds up to 22. So that means there are no 2s and 3s remaining in these 4 cells. And that can be potentially an 8 or 9. So this is an 8 or 9 because I have to at least go up to... Oh no, hold on. Suppose... yeah, is there any way I can ditch the 8? Yes, I can, because I can have 3, 6... No. Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, I can potentially have an 8 in here. So yeah, 6 and 9, 8 and 9 makes sense because I need to have at least a 7 in there, right? Or the highest I can do it. I don't know if that logic makes sense actually. It may not. So the minimum is 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, pardon me. I thought doing things in the afternoon will stop me from sneezing. But let me think. I can exclude a 7 though, so I don't know if that rules actually help me, so I'm gonna ignore that just in case it's ineffective. So these 3 cells add up to 9. There has to be 2, 3, and 3, 2, 3, and 4 because it can't be a 1, it can't be a 9. So the minimum and max... No, hold on. Yeah, the lowest possible 3 numbers that I can put in those cells are 3, 4, 2, 3, and 4. That would form a 9. Okay, so that's our starting point. So let's see, these can't be 1s, which means the 1s are in these 2 cells. Oh, I'm just already seeing that this is going to be quite tricky. So these are potentially 9s. Oops. Oh boy. I'm dreading this big time. Okay, so this is 2 cells forming a 9. I don't think I can do anything with that. 19. So these 4 cells form a 19. So again, I'm not good at understanding those. So hold on, this is 3 cells forming 19. So 6, 7, and 8 forms 21. 5, 6, and 7 forms 18. So I must have an 8 in there somewhere. So it could, in theory, be 8, 6, and 5, or 8, 7, and 4. No, 8, 7, and 3. No, hold on, 8, 7, and 4. Yeah, so, but either way, I have to have an 8 in one of these 3 cells. Okay. Oh, this one has to be a 6, because, yeah, there's only one number. Okay. 6. This is 19 with 4 cells, so similar to that. 14 in 3 cells. Can be lots of possibilities. Okay, so I've kind of done what I can in terms of using those numbers. What about these 2 cells? Let's think about this. It can't be 1 and 8. It can be 2 and 7, 3 and 6, 4 and 5. But it can't be a 6 here because I've already got a 6 in there. So it can't be a 3 outside either on the other side. Any other restrictions? Well, this can't be a 2. So that can't be a 2. That can't be a 7. And also that can't be a yeah, hold on. They all have to be incremental. So it can't have... So yeah, this can't be 5 and 4 either. So I have to reduce it to 2 possible numbers. If it's 3 and 6, it has to be 3 there and 6 there. But I've got a 6. So I've got my 2 possible candidates locked in to these cells. So there's possibly a triple going on that row. We've got 5 and 7 there. So that can't be a 6. And it can't be... So it can be a 7 or an 8. Yeah. And let's look at this one. This can be 1 and a 3, I suppose. No, 1, 2 and 3. Because if that's a 2, then that can be a 1. If that's a 4, that can be a 2 or a 3. Yeah, that works. So it could be 2, 4, 5, and whatever. Okay. So we're getting some things. I don't know if I can do any more from that, though. But either way, I seem to have I locked a 7? No, I haven't, because it could be 4, 5, and 8. So don't be so hasty and think a 7 can go in there. But this can't be a 7. And this can't be a 7. That can't be a 7. So 7s are ruled out of this column within this cage. Can this be a 7? No, it can't, because 8, 9. So that's the only other place that... Oops. That's the only other place a 7 can go. So these are the 3 possible cells with 7s. I don't know if that helps me at all, though. Because I can't restrict a 7 up there. Can't restrict a 7 down here either. 7, 8, 9. So that can't be a 7. Can that be a 7? Oh, hold on. I have an idea. So let's think about this. Also, 2, 3, and 4. Well, 3... obviously, it has to be 2, 3, and 4 there, because it has to go in ascending order. So that was stupid of me not to have noticed that. So, does that do anything for us? Not really. So that can't be 5. So it's 6, 7, 8, and 9, potentially. So this has to be a 1 then. Yeah. Okay, so we are making some headway. Okay. So 2s can be in these 2 cells. 2s can only go in these 2 cells because it can't be the 3rd digit on a thermometer. So that means 2s have to be in one of these 2 cells. Can't be there. Okay. And if there's an 8 forced in one of these 3 cells, then the last number has to be a 9, and it can't be 8s in there. So should have figured that one earlier. So that gives me the 9. So that can't be a 9 anymore. And I've only got 6 and 7 that can fit in there. So 6 and 7. Okay. So yeah, making progress. Okay. So I've got 1. 1s can go in any of these cells. 2s can go in any of these cells. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So yeah, not super useful just yet. So maybe I should delete them for now. But I was thinking, if I can deduce something from these, then I can probably deduce the maximum number. See if that makes any sense. Let's see. But before I do, I just want to have a look around and see if I can actually figure anything else out. So those can't be 5s. Those can't be 5s. This is not a 5. That's not a 5. Yeah, all of those could be 5s. What about 4s? 3s? No, not getting much out of that. So 2, 3, 4. Got 1 and 9. Where can the 8s go then? 8s can't go in here. But 8s can go in those cells. So 5 can't go in here. So this could be 7, 8, and 9, really. Let's put that in. And And this can only be 2, 3, and 4. No, it can be 5 as well, so that's not very useful. So let's think about this 22 again. So at minimal, I need to have, hold on, with 4 numbers. So I don't have to have an 8, but there's at least a 7. Or it goes at least higher than 7. If I don't have a 7, can I form... Yeah, I think that's the way to think about it. If I can't have 8 and 7, then I can only go up to 18, because it's 3, 4, 5, and 6 goes up to 18. So therefore there must be at least a 7 in here. So yeah, that has to be 8 or 9. There's no getting around that. So there has to be at least a 7 or 8 in these cells. I just don't know how far down it goes. Okay. Okay, so only these 2 cells can be a 9 in this cage, because none of those are at the end of a thermometer. And also I've got 9 locked in those cells because of that 9, but that's not that useful. 9s are locked in these cells. So only these 2 cells could be a 9. Yes, so let's put a possible 9 in there. So if this is a 9, then that can't be a 9, or vice versa. So, and we're back. Sorry about that. Just had some work things that my partner and I had to talk about. So, let's see. I've kind of lost my chain of thoughts now. Oh, hang on. I know. I thought I couldn't put a 3 in there because of a 2, but I've forgotten thermometer Sudokus. I say I like thermometer Sudokus, but I haven't actually done that many of them. So, don't know what I was going to say about that. Hold on. So, this 8, this 19, so 8, 7, and 6 adds up to 21. So if I get rid of the 7, I can still get the 19 with a 6 and 5. So I can't really deduce anything from that. And if I have a 7, then I could have a 4. Right, so the lowest I can have are 7s and 4s. So this could potentially be a 4 or 5, and this could be a 7 or 6. I can't go any lower than that, I don't think. I can't do... Hold on. I can have 6 and 5, and I can have 4 or 7, but I can't go lower than... Yeah, can't go any lower than that. So that is useful, because now this cell is locked in as 2, 3... I guess 1, 2, 3, and 4. I suppose not that use. But I've got 5 up there, so this has to be a 4. Therefore, that has to be a 7. So, I don't know if that's the intended way, but I think that gives us some resolution, because now this can't be a 7 anymore. It has to be a 5. And I think that's the only other 7 that I have in this cage. So that has to be a 7. And if that's a 5, that has to be a 4. And that can still be 1, 2. Oh, it can't be a 1 anymore because I've got 1 over here. So this is 2 and 3. And none of these can be 8. So this must be the 8. And if that's an 8, that can't be an 8 anymore. So does that push the 8 forward into that cell? Yeah, because if that can't be an 8, I can't have... Yeah, I don't have any other 8s. So I think in this cage... Oh, I suppose the 8 can... Yeah, the 8 can live in there. But that basically means 8 and 9 are locked in those 2 cells. Surely. Possibly in there as well. That could be an 8 as well. Okay, so... I'm not going to make that assumption in that case. So, we're going to... Hold on. These are now 2, 3, and 4, aren't they? So, these are 4s. In fact, I might as well. And 3s can be... Can they be in all 3 cells? Yes, I think they can. Okay. So I've got 2 and 3, 2, 3 and 4. So I wonder if there's a potential for a triple somewhere. So 4's over there. 4's over here as well. But, oh yeah, no restrictions. 4's over here. Now, can 4 go, is 4 restricting any of those cells? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold on, if that's a 4, then it has to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, so if that's a 4, that'll add up to 20. Hold on, if that's a 4, it'll force a 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So that's 26. So that's not possible then. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that can't be a 4. Okay, so I've just eliminated another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 can't go in this cell. This could potentially... Hold on, if that's a 3 or 4... Yeah, I suppose that could be a 4 as well. Can these be 4s? I don't think they can, because if they are 4s, I need 22. So is there any way I can have a 4 as the second? So if that's a 4, then I have to at least have, the most I can have is a 3. So 3, 4, 8 and 7 adds up to 22. So that could work, actually. So that can be a 4. So I've got quite a few possible 4s. What I do know is 4 can't be on this. No, 4 can be here as well. Oh no, it can't because of that 4. So the only thing I know is that 4 can't be on the bottom row. No similarities over there though, so I think that was a bit of a pointless exercise. 5s can be in these cells. Don't think I've got any restrictions on 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, so that can't be a 5 either. This can't be a 5. Oh yeah, none of these can be a 5. Those can't be 5, so anything interesting developing, that can't be a 5 either. No, I can't see anything interesting developing, so what about 6s? Right, I think I do need to use these numbers. I don't think I cheat my way through. So let's think about this. This is 16 and it includes an 8, so these must add up to 8. So they can't be 4s, so they have to be 3 and 5s, or 2 and 6. So let's think about this. That can't be 2 and 3. That can't be 5 or 6. So I've got 2 free pair now. And 5 and 6 can go there. Okay. So maybe I can do something with the 2 and 3. So that means these are 3s as well. And 2s. Oh my god. There's my 2, 3, 4 triple. Hold on. No. I spoke too soon. I think I'm confusing something. So let's think about this. These are 2s and 3s. I've already got a 3 down here, so that's why those are 3s. But the 2 is locked in here now. 1 has to be here. So, and 1 can't go there or there, so ones have to be on the top 2 rows. So that means ones have to be down here, and it can only be in these 2 cells. There we go. So that's some progress. And these are 6 and 7s, but I've got a 7 down here, so that can only be a 6, and that can be a 6 or 7. So, is this helpful then? 5s. So based on that, 5s have to go in these cells, so therefore 5s over here. And 2s have to be in one of these 2 cells. 2s can be down here as well. 2, 3, 4. Not much more I can figure out of that. What about this row? So 1 and 2 can't go in there. 1 and 2 have to be over there somewhere. 3, 4, 5. 5s have to be over here. I suppose 6 can be anywhere. 6, 7, 8, 9. So that can't be a 6, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these 2 can't be 6s. 6 can go in there. Hold on a sec. 6s are locked in these as well, but it can't be that. So that must be a 6. That means one of these have to be a 6. And that, I think, is useful because I know one of these is a 3 or 4. One of these is a 2 and 3. So it's not a 2, 3. So it's not a 5. So I've got 5 or 7 adding to a 6. And these 4 cells have to add up to 19, including a 6. So I think that is useful. In fact, hold on a sec. Oh, hang on. No. I've got another 6 over here. So that's not a pointed pair of 6s. Damn, that was close. Okay. It's also disappointing. Okay, so I still have the 1s. And then there can be anything else, can't they? But that can only be a 1 or a 2. Okay, so it can't be a 2 either, so that has to be a 1. So that can't be a 1 anymore. And if that's a 1, so now these can be 2s. Okay, so 9, 8. 7 can't go there, and it can't go here, so that must be a 7 then. And it has to be, oh no, I didn't know for sure there has to be a 6 in there, so 7 has to be one of these 2 as well. So that can't be a 7. Can I reduce the 7s in any way? Not really, but I do have 3 7s over there, so I just put that in for now. 8s. I know it can't go in these cells. No, that. So 8s can't go in there. 8s can't go in here either. I don't think that's very useful. What about 9s? I've not looked at 9s yet, so 9 can go in one of these 3 cells. 9s can go in any of those cells. 9's got 3 possible places to go in. It's got 4 possible places to go in this cage. No, I don't think I can do anything of that. So 5, 6, 7, 9, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 8. 8 goes in those cells as well. So 8, 6, 8, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I haven't got any triples over there. Okay, so these are 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 5, 6, and 7. So I've got 1 and 2. Where can the 5s go? At the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So at the most, 5. No, hold on. I've already got 5s locked in. Oh yeah, because these 2 are 5s. So 6. So I've only got 6 and 7 to go in here. 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. So 6s can't go in those 2 cells. So it must be here then. That means 1 and 2 are resolved. Yeah, because... Oh, hold on. Hold on. 6 can also go there though, so damn it. 7. So 6 and 7. So at best, the 6 can go in that cell, but not there. What about 7? 7, 8, 9. So 7 can't go in there, so 6 and 7 have to be... So I've got 5, 6 and 7 in these 3 cells. So that still can't be 1 or 2 then. Yeah, because that's a 5, 6, 7 triple. So that resolves the 1 and 2. Okay, I hope that's correct. If it's not, then you're not going to see this video because I wouldn't be able to solve it. So none of these can be 2s, so that means 2s are in these 2 cells and 2s are in these 2 cells. Okay. Anything else? What about a 1? Does a 1 help me at all? Got 1 there already. Right, I think the fact that I've got 2 in this 19 may be useful. So what can I do to make a 19 with a 2? So you can't have both 8, 7 and 8 because 7, 8 and 2 adds up to 17 and I can't have another 2. So if I have a 6, then I can have a 3. So it could be 6, 3. What about 7? 7, 4. Yeah, so there's still a lot of possibilities, but hang on a sec. 7 can't go in this sandwich because I've got these 2 7s. So 7 is out. And I have to have an 8 somewhere in here. And if I have an 8 anywhere here, it can only go in the second last cell. So there has to be a 9. Therefore, I've got 2 and 8, which adds up to 10. So these 2 cells forms a 9, but I've got a 5 there, so there can't be a 4. So that means I've just deduced a 4. And that 4 also unlocks that 4. Okay, so I have to make a 9 from... Well, it's only 3 and 6. Yeah, so 3 and 6 can be placed. And that can't be a 2 anymore. So that forms a... Oh yeah, I don't know why I left... Uh-oh. I have a really bad feeling that these pointed pairs are wrong. But no, I think the logic is sound on that row. So I think I just forgot to take out that 2 as a pencil marking. Hopefully. So either way, yeah, it's still forming the same thing, ignoring the bottom cage. So it's still forming a pointed pair of 2s. In fact, 2s have to be in this row, so that has to be a 2 as well. So 2 can't go there. Yeah, because I can't have 2 in that. So that's the trouble with these variant Sudoku. Sometimes you kind of like, you get lost in terms of where you are, what you can and can't do. So I'm left with 5, 7 and 1, 5 and 7. Okay, 1 and 5, but I know where 7s are. Okay, so some progress. So I've done a few sandwiches, thermometers. Just a question of whether I can do more. Not very confident. Oh, hang on. Yeah, this has to be a 9 because there's the only number left. So, hold on. Can I do anything more with the 9s? No. Not up there. Nor down here. Oh, this can't be a 9 anymore. So this is 7 or 8. So not very useful. I've got 2, 3 and 4 there. So the remaining cells, I've got 5 cells left, which is 1, 5, 7 and 1, 5, 6 and 7, I guess. And have I narrowed down the 5s? No, I haven't. So 5 can also go there. So these 3 cells can be 5s. Hang on, is that the only one? No, 1s can go in any of these cells as well. Yes, they can. 1, 5, 6. So 6 can only go in these 2 cells. 7. So 7 and 8 can't go up there. Which means this is actually a triple of 1, 5 and... Oh, 1, 5 and 3. So 3s have to lift there, but I've already got a 3 there. So that's actually a 3. So I've got... Oh, in fact, that 7 means that has to be an 8 anyway. So that means this has to be a 9 because it can't be an 8. So I got 1, 5 and 8 in these cells. Okay, cool. Sorry if I'm a little bit slow. Delete. 1 and 5. So these are 1s, 6, and a 5 here. Oops. 5s. Nothing useful going on with those 5s. Yeah, I'm sure a good Sudoku player would have solved this long ago, but you're stuck with me, I'm afraid. I mean, what are you going to do? Watch other better players playing Sudoku? Where's the fun in that? You want to watch someone who's a bit useless, so you can feel better about yourself. That's definitely the best way to live. Okay, so this is 1, 5, 6, and 7. That can't be a 7. So, and that can't be a 7. So the 7's in these 2 cells. Not sure how useful that is. So this is 1, 5, and 6. But it can't be a 1, so it can be, and it can't possibly be a 5 and a 6, surely, because of the 22. So let's think about this. For the 22, if I've got, surely that can't be a 5. So if that's a 5, then I can only have 4, 3, and 2, which adds up to 14. No, hold on. Oh no, if that's a 5, then I've got 12. I've got 12 at best, with 3, 4, and 5 there, meaning I need to somehow come up with 10 with a single digit, so there's no way that's 5. So the only place the 5 can go... Oh, why can't it go there then? I think you find that it can. Yeah, I think I'm just gradually narrowing it down. So I know it can't be a 1. So it has to be a 6, because it can't be a 1, it can't be 5, and it can't be 7. Okay, so that's one way of deducing numbers, and that's now a 7. And if that's a 7, then that can't be a 7 anymore, and that's the only 7 left in the cage, which means I've got a 7 over there somewhere. That's pretty cool. So that is now down to 1 and 5. Right, so if that's a 6, then what are we dealing with? So if it's a 6, the most I can do are 5 and 4, which makes 15. And I need to make 22, so I can put a... Pardon me, I could put a 7. I can't put a 7 there, so there has to be at least an 8. Yeah, so I've got 2 of the numbers now. I've got 6 and 8 out of the 22. So 8 and 6, and that comes to 14, leaving me with 8. So it has to be, well, it can't be 2 or 6 because I've already got 2 and 6. And it can't be 2, 4, so it has to be 3 and 5. So 3 and 5, so that can't be a 1, so it has to be a 2. Yay! So now I've only got 2 places where 1 can live within this cage. That rules out a 1 from here. So that has to be a 5 and that has to be a 1, which unlocks another 5 here. So that forms a 1, 7 pair. So these can't be 1s anymore, although I already knew that. And the 5, 6 pair are resolvable because of the 5 up there, which already formed the pencil marking that I have. So 6 and 1s are over there. And that can't be a 6 anymore. So 6s are still awkward. But let's look at this cage. 6s can't go in that cell because of the 6, and it can't go after 7, so 6 is, well, there's no way it can go there either, so 6 has to go here. So I've got all those 6s, those are the remaining 6s. So those can also be 6s. Okay, nearly getting there. So I think I've got 6 and 7 for the 19. So I've got 6 and 7, that's 13. Meaning, hold on, what was it? Meaning I've got 6 left. So there has to be 2 and 4 then. So 4 and 2, therefore there has to be a 1. So that means these are 9s and 4s, but I've already got a 4 up there, so that's a 9, that's a 4. So that takes out a 4, I've got 2 and 3 there, that 8 sees into here, so this is a 9. And that 9 looks over here, meaning this is a 5, 7 and 9 triple, I guess, maybe? I don't know. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. So I've got 6 and 8 up there, but yep. Confirmed to be 6 and 8, so therefore this has to be a 5. And now I'm left with 2 and 3. 2 here unlocks the 2 and 3, so that has to be a 3. And this is a 6 because I've got a 7 over there. So that rules out these 6s, that's 6. And I think, yeah, that's the only 6 left. So all the 6s are done. These can't be 2s, so the 2 can only go here on this column. So I think that should be all the 2s done. Brilliant. So these are 3s and 7s. Can't deduce them just yet. And this is a triple of 1, 4, because I've got 1 and 4 there, and an 8. And if that's an 8, then, well, the 8 can't go in any of those cells, so the 8 must go here then, which I already knew because the 9 was ruled out from there from before. So 9s are living in these 2 cells. These are 3, 7 and 9. Well, this can't possibly be a 3. Can that be a 3? Yes, it can. Can that be a 7? Yes, it can. So I can't deduce, but it can't be a 9 because it comes before the 8. So 9 is resolved, meaning the final 9 is up here. So this has to be the 7 then. Yep, 7 and 3. So that's the 7 resolved. Is that all the 7s? 1 and 7 here. So 7 goes here. 5 goes there. So that unlocks 5 down here as well. So this is 3 and 4. Can't resolve them just yet, but I can resolve that as a 4. So this can't be a 4, so it has to be 3 and 4. And therefore, this is a, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is an 8. And I'm left with, well, that has to be a 3 because that's the only number that goes between 2 and 4. So that's a 1, 4 and 1. So fingers crossed. Looks good to me. So that's a solve. So let's actually watch the end of Cracking the Cryptic's video and see if it matches up to what I've got. I'm going to take it to a different window just to help me see. Yep, looks good to me, so I'm happy with that. Sorry for the interruption near the beginning, but I enjoyed that. I guess this is not super difficult if I can solve it. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. I will link the Cracking the Cryptic puzzle below. And thank you for watching, and I shall see you tomorrow with more Sudokus. Bye!